frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
I'm gonna need a bigger boat. He's looking at you, kid.
Snowpiercer is a stunning adaptation of the 1982 French graphic novel. It boasts a solid technical execution, including gorgeously claustrophobic cinematography and an unquestionably realistic art direction and costume design. The film's faults, however, lie in its storytelling. The adaptation feels like one that was made by somebody who was maybe so familiar with the source material that they just sort of forgot to flesh out elements of the backstory that they didn't necessarily realize would have been beneficial for people who are seeing it for the first time. These types of plot holes are common in sci-fi films, but the ones present in Snowpiercer are just too plentiful and distracting to ignore. The first portion of the film follows a horde of hundreds of poverty-stricken tail sectioners as they push their way up to the upper class section of the trains. We start with a car dedicated to natural food cultivation and move on to a car dedicated to education. Cool, so far so good. But then we get into this bizarre string of hyper-specific cars, including a car dedicated to a rave, hair salon, and some sort of drug addict hangout. Yet we never get to see a single car where the rich live or even sleep. It just seemed like too disproportionately skewed towards a very specific demographic, namely the young, raving, well-coiffed drug addicts. Finally, I have a major problem with the tone of the film. The vast majority of it is a great combination of gritty revolt and raw action. It's angry and biting and harsh. But then there are these strange moments of misplaced screwball hamminess that would feel perfectly at home in like a Terry Gilliam or Jean-Pierre Jeunet film. I love that particular motif, but if they wanted to go that route, they needed to dedicate to it 100%. All in all, I appreciated the film's intellect, especially in the often underappreciated sci-fi genre. I loved the beautiful commentary on social classes and population control. It's just that Snowpiercer is clearly riding on the success of its recent predecessors, while not quite matching the same level of storytelling mastery.